We included the Everdure 4K in our roundup of the 7 best Kamado grills that you can buy today, but we heard you in the comments that you want a deeper dive into this grill, so we're here to deliver. We're covering all of the features, specs, cleaning, and even doing some more cooking on the 4K, so let's get this started. The Everdure 4K by Heston Blumenthal has a ton of options, and one of the things that's really cool about it is pretty much everything is included. To be able to open up this grill, you have to press the release. If you don't press the release, you cannot get this hood open, but pressing the release allows you to be able to get the lid up. The Everdure comes with 2 half-moon racks. This is what they look like, and you can see that they're meant to sit above the existing grate, and you can actually pull those out using the grate gripper tool. Just grab it, pull it out, quite easy to work with. Now below that level, you also have cast iron grates, and these cast iron grates are also easy to remove and are also a half moon, just like you find on those upper racks. But it's also important to note that these can rust if you don't keep oil on them and keep them impervious to water. Below the grates, one of the things you'll find is a water cup or a beer cup or a infusion cup. The idea with this is to keep some level of moisture in your Kamado to actually add flavor to your cook. Below that, you have the charcoal pan. This charcoal pan is slotted to be able to let heat through, but you can take this off. Down below, you'll find the electric burner. This electric burner is used to be able to ignite your charcoal, get your Kamado started. It's the only one in our roundup that has an electric burner to get things fired up, and that is a standout in this space. If you put the charcoal grate back in, one of the things that is neat that it comes with this handle, and you can see that this handle has 2 holes. If you stick this in the hole here and you stick this in the hole here, you can pull this whole charcoal basket out, and you can take this and work with your ash, work with whatever you have as a whole, and then be able to come back. You can slide it into the guides that it has down below, and this is ready to go for your next cook. Just simply pull the hook out, and this fits down in the drawer below. So simply pull out this drawer, you can take your handle, it slides in there quite nicely. Now while we're down here, it comes with 4 meat probes. These 4 meat probes are actually built into the Kamado, and if you look right here in this little hole, this is where all of your meat probes plug in. You simply take this, plug it in, and then you have meat probes that are tied to the electronic display on the front of the Kamado. That is something that you don't find on many Kamados, are electronic probes in a charcoal grill. Hey, if you're already getting value in this video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you'd like more content just like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button so we can find you in the future as we go through the best in outdoor cooking and outdoor living. We said this is an electric grill, so we have to have an electric cord. If you look, this is the electric cord, and it is retractable. So you can pull it out as much as you need, plug it in. When you're done, you simply just give it a tug, and it retracts right back into the grill. While we're back here, I'll point out that there is a set of charcoal tongs that comes with the grill. Nice place to hang them on the back, and they are very, very large. I'll show you why we need those in a second, but before we go, check out this. This is that deflector. This gives us the ability to cook indirect, low and slow with this grill, with a nice place to store it right here in the back. With these charcoal tongs, I really like that here on the side, there is a port that allows you to be able to add more charcoal, add more wood chunks, and as big as these tongs are, they still fit in this hole, giving you the ability to come in here, drop charcoal, drop wood chunks, and then just simply take this port, put it back on, and you have your Kamado locked back up. This is the electronic display. You have power. You go ahead and hit the power button. It shows you that we're currently at 20 degrees Celsius, and you can go from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Just hold the thermometer button here for a couple of seconds. There we are, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, if that's the way that you like to roll. One thing that's interesting to note is that there's an internal light on this grill. So if we hit the light button and then open the Kamado, there is a light up in the dome giving you access whenever things are dark. Here on the Everdure, from the left-hand side to the right side, I have 17.5 to 3/4, so 17.5 to 3/4 inches. From the outside to the outside, I have 21 3/4 inches. From a depth perspective, I'm right at 28 inches from the back of the hinge to the front of the handle. And for cooking height, I'm coming up with right around 32 to 32 and a half inches high. The Everdure 4K comes in at a weight of 151 pounds. When you have lit the burner and you want to actually get your charcoal going, you have to hold in the fire button. And when you hold that in for 1, 2, 3, there's a beep, and it shows you that that has started the actual ignition process. While the Everdure can ignite your charcoal, it is not an automatic Kamado. If you look down here at the air intake port, the air intake port is this right here. If you turn it to the right, you can see that we actually now have a gap, and that gap is what sets how much air can get into the grill. Turn it to the left, you can close that back down. For the exhaust on top, there's a giant knob here, and you just twist it to the right to be able to open it up, twist it down to the left to be able to close it so that no air is escaping. And that is still how you control the temperature on this Kamado, even though this is an electric start, not an electric fan assist. There's also an app for this grill, and if you find it here, you can see there's Heston Blumenthal, and you can actually hit the connectivity button, and it will show you what you need to do to be able to connect with your grill. You just hit pair your device, and it's going to help you find your grill and connect. I really like the app for this grill, but one of the limitations that you have is that this is a Bluetooth only app. This is not Wi-Fi enabled. So if you're looking to be able to set your grill while you're on the go, that is not what this is built for. This is built for when you're close and you have an app so you can be able to work with your grill in Bluetooth mode. It's also worth noting that the Everdure 4K does not have a cart. This is a stand-only model. Now, you can take off the base right here. This will separate, and you could use this area here in an outdoor kitchen, but the stand itself does not have any wheels as an option, so this is a stationary Kamado. One of the things I want to make sure I give you is the height information if you're going to be using this in an outdoor kitchen. From the base of the unit to the top where you actually have the grate is going to be 17 inches. From the base of the unit all the way to the top of the unit is right around 30 inches of vertical height if you're thinking about how much height you're going to have totally in this Kamado. All right, so something that you're not always thinking about considering when you're looking at this for an outdoor kitchen build is how far this lid hinges back in an outdoor kitchen installation. If you go from the front of the unit to the back of where this thing hinges, you are looking at a depth of about 32 inches as to what you'll need for the depth of this unit. Now that 32 inches though comes into play at about the 17 to 19 inch mark right above where the cooking surface is located. So those are some numbers if you're going to be looking at this for an outdoor kitchen that you'll definitely want to know. The width of the grates is 18 inches for both the upper grate and the lower grate itself. The 4K is available in multiple colors. This is the mint version. It also comes in orange, black. There's multiple colors available. And so that's one of the things that makes it stand out from the crowd is the colors that you can get it in. You'll find the Everdure 4K listed at $24.99, and the warranty is anywhere from 12 months to 10 years, and it's limited depending on which part you're looking at. So there is a 10-year limited warranty, but some things are only covered for the first 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, and so on. All right, here is the question of the day. The Everdure 4K is not a typical ceramic Kamado. Almost all of the other grills that are egg-style grills are ceramic, and you can measure the thickness of the ceramic to see how efficient they might be. Well, the Everdure is not ceramic. So the question is, does it matter if this grill is metal rather than ceramic? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below, and let's continue the conversation in the comments. To clean out the Everdure, I'm just going to go ahead and push the charcoal that remains to the side. I just add this handle in and I can pull out the entire charcoal basket. I can even rest it on top of my can that I use for ash, and then I could go ahead and sift through all of this charcoal that's left over, save what I want, and take the ash and just throw it right inside. To clean the burner, you can take the burner and it does just swivel up and to the side. And you can use one of the X braces to go ahead and leverage up the pan and take the ashtray out and dump it right in the pan. Any of the residual, you just take a damp cloth and wipe it up. or you could use my favorite method, which is using a shop vac. Hey, if you're thinking about making a purchase, be sure to check out the links down in the description below. Melissa does a fabulous job keeping up with the best prices and changing those links as we know who has the best deals. So make sure that you check those links in the description below before you make a purchase and save yourself some money. We're gonna go ahead and light up the Everdure 4K, and I wanna show you how much charcoal you need to light this thing up. It's just about a pound. So I'm gonna take our bag of Fogo here, and I'm just gonna drop in about a pound of charcoal, and that's all we really need. So that right there is about a pound of charcoal. We're gonna go ahead and pile it up over this little slotted metal area. And that right there is gonna let the electric burner get it started. So all we have to do is plug in our Everdure 4K, which we've already done. And we're gonna go ahead and take it here. I'm gonna power it on. All right, we're at 31 degrees Celsius. Like we said earlier, we'll go ahead and change that by holding this in, getting us to Fahrenheit, 87 degrees Fahrenheit. But all we have to do is hold in this button and you'll hear a beep telling us that the ignition has started. So while it's igniting, I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up so we can see it ignite. But here in about 3 minutes, we'll be able to see an orange glow right here with this charcoal. And in about 10 minutes, we'll be able to cook on it. So we just put down our 8 boneless, skinless chicken thighs, no issue fitting 8 thighs on the Everdure. One thing I did want to note is that here on the side, there is no side shelf or rack or anything to put your tray on when you're putting those on. But that's one thing I would actually note about this grill, that there's no side shelf available with it out of the box. But you can fit 8 chicken thighs on this quite easily. So let's see how they do when we get to flipping them in just a second. All right, let's see how we're doing. Looking nice. So I think it's worth noting, if you look at the marks on all of this chicken, that here in the center, that's definitively where the charcoal is focused right now. And around the sides, we still have a little bit of grill marks, but nothing that's really blowing me away from the grill marks on the side. So even though Everdure recommends lighting the charcoal in the center, I still think you have to go ahead and push the charcoal all the way around so you can get some nice browning all throughout the grill instead of just keeping things in the center. All right, so we've got a 4 minutes or so on the second side of the chicken thighs. Let's go ahead and grab an internal temperature and see where we are. About 179, 180. That's perfect for me. I'm liking that one. Let's see where we are on the sides here. Yep, on the sides we're running under, so that the center is definitely running more hot, which is to be expected with the charcoal right underneath that section. So I think if I was going to do it again, I would go ahead and light the charcoal in the center, add a little bit more, spread it out along the sides, and I think that's what the magic is going to be in this grill. If you haven't yet seen our 7 Kamado comparison video that we put out on the channel just about a week ago, make sure you check out the card in the top of this video or down in the description below, as we compared 7 different Kamado grills to help you make the decision on which one is the best for you. And there's even 3 more cooking tests that we ran as a part of that video. If you want to see more cooks done on the Everdure 4K, everything from hot and fast to low and slow, we've got it covered in that video. I'm David, behind the camera is Melissa, and I will see you on the next one.